You are currently living under the false assumption that you are an independent entity. Your joy, your fear, your deepest drives, you attribute them solely to the electrical signals bouncing inside your skull. You believe your conscious mind holds the steering wheel of your emotional state. But here's the thing, that is only half the story. It turns out that the secret master operating your emotional life isn't nestled safely inside your head at all. In reality, the biggest control center for your happiness, stress, and motivation is located in the hot, crowded darkness of your abdomen. Welcome to the world of the second brain, where a universe of microscopic life is sending constant, demanding messages to your consciousness. When we talk about the second brain, we aren't talking about metaphor. We are talking about the enteric nervous system, a sheer magnitude of biological complexity. It is a dense web of 100 million neurons lining your digestive tract. Let's zoom in on that number. That's more neurons than you'll find in the spinal cord of many vertebrates. This second brain is so self-sufficient that it can manage the immense task of digestion without ever needing permission from the command center in your head. The two brains are connected by a massive high-speed cable, the vagus nerve. Think of it as the 50-lane superhighway of feeling. It is the direct biochemical connection that allows your gut to report its status and, more importantly, its demands to your main consciousness. But if the ENS is the hardware, the real power lies with the software, or rather, the tenants. The gut isn't empty. It's a bustling anaerobic metropolis called the microbiome. This community of bacteria, fungi, and archaea weighs as much as a fully grown cat. Imagine for a moment that your body is a giant luxury apartment building. The owner, your main brain, wants peace and productivity. But the tenants, the microbes, have their own agendas. They are constantly producing biochemical compounds, and these compounds are not neutral. Some tenants are the neurotransmitter factories. They produce calming chemicals like GABA and even most of the serotonin in your body. When they thrive, the signals they send up the vagus nerve are clear. All is well. The mood is calm. But here's the thing. Not all your tenants are friendly. There are the opportunists. They are selfish, only working for their own short-term benefit, multiplying rapidly and demanding specific resources. This happens, but the opportunists' byproducts can cause stress signals and low-grade inflammation. Therefore, the vagus nerve reports this internal turmoil, and your main brain, sensing crisis, translates that internal battle into anxiety or depression. What's really happening is that your mood isn't a reaction to your life. It's a symptom of a microbial turf war. This is where things get complicated, because the opportunists are brilliant manipulators. Their survival depends on you feeding them their favorite junk: sugar, refined flour, inflammatory fats. They can't verbally command you, so they use chemistry. What's really happening is they release chemical signals that influence the same dopamine receptors your brain uses for reward, creating a synthetic, localized craving. Imagine for a moment you are facing a plate of crisp vegetables and a chocolate bar. Your rational brain knows the vegetables are better, but a far older subconscious desire takes over. Why? Because the opportunists in your gut are signaling desperate hunger for sugar, and they are leveraging your own nervous system to get it. You might think you lack willpower, but in reality, you are fighting against chemical manipulation engineered by trillions of tiny beings who only want to be fed immediately. It turns out, your cravings might not be yours at all. They belong to your tenants. We understand the connection is real, but here's the thing. How precisely does the chemical messaging work, and how does the brain interpret it? This is where things get weird. We know that certain short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs, produced by healthy bacteria affect gene expression and brain function. We also know that severe stress can immediately alter the composition of your microbiome. The dance is circular. Stress damages the neighborhood, and the damaged neighborhood yells stress signals back up the highway, making you more anxious. It's a closed, miserable loop. We see a similar pattern in the resilience of large animals against internal errors, like Peto's paradox. The biggest animals, like blue whales, should have the most cancer because they have far more cells and live longer than mice. Yet they rarely suffer from it. Why? Because evolution forced them to develop superior internal defense mechanisms, such as extra tumor suppressor genes and maybe even hypertumors, cancer-killing cancer. Just as large animals evolved advanced internal defenses against cellular anarchy, we suspect the key to emotional resilience lies in maintaining a diverse, robust microbial ecosystem. If we can control our tenants, we might control our mood. To prove this connection, scientists have run mind-blowing experiments. Imagine for a moment two identical, genetically engineered mice. Mouse A is naturally calm and curious. Mouse B is jumpy and anxious. What if you could literally swap their personalities? Scientists performed a radical swap. They took the entire microbiome from Mouse A, calm, and transplanted it into Mouse B, anxious, and vice versa. The result was astounding. Mouse B, after receiving the calm microbiome, chilled out, becoming less anxious and more exploratory. Mouse A, receiving the anxious gut, started freaking out. The core of the animal's personality and emotional state had been transferred purely through its bacteria. This demonstrates the extraordinary power held by the microscopic citizens inside you. If a spoonful of bacteria can alter a mouse's personality, what does that mean for us? If we look ahead, the implications are vast. Right now, mental health solutions often focus on treating the symptoms in the main brain. But here's the thing. Future medicine may not target neurons, it will target bacteria. We are entering the age of precision probiotics, designer cocktails of bacteria engineered to produce the exact chemical signals needed to balance our mood, cure anxiety, or even treat disorders like Parkinson's, which also has ties to gut chemistry. This journey mirrors the immense challenge of harvesting power on a cosmic scale. We might one day need to harness the rotation of spinning black holes for energy, a concept that seems like science fiction, but relies on extracting energy from an otherwise inaccessible cosmic engine. Likewise, we are learning to extract emotional balance from the hidden, complex engine of the gut. We are attempting to become Type 1 civilizations of our own bodies, controlling and leveraging the internal energy of our vast ecosystems to solve problems that were previously considered purely mental. This requires a new perspective,